Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. Today we have our lecture number 3. In the last lecture, we used Python to calculate physics formulas such as displacement, force, and power. We learned how to take values from the user. So we used two built-in functions such as input, which takes the value from the input, and float, which converts the value into float or decimals, right? And also the third we are using is called the print function, which is used to display the values. Today we will learn something new, how Python can compare values and give us answers. In mathematics, you already use signs like greater than, less than, and equal to, etc. So, for example, you check whether 10 is greater than 5 or whether two values are equal, and you understand the answers are in the form of true or false because you understand two values can be equal. So, in that case, we say true, and if the two values are not equal, then we say it is false. I mean, in the comparison of two numbers. So today we'll learn how to write these comparisons in Python and see how Python gives the answer in the form of true or false. We often ask questions like, is the student pass or fail? So you understand in this case, the answer will be either true or false, or is the speed greater than the limit? Uh, So are these two values equal or not? So all such things comes under the operators, which are called as the relational operator or comparison operators. Comparison operators compare two values, you understand, give the answer in the form of true or false. So these are the operators we use in Python. So you see this operator, you will be familiar with this one. So you check either this is two numbers are same or greater, right? So for example, we have 10 greater than 5. So you understand 10 is greater than 5. So that means the result should be true. Similarly, we have the less than symbol like this, and we say 5 is less than 3. So you understand 5 is not less than 3. So that means the answer should be false. Similarly, in math, you also use the equal. You just check whether the two numbers are equal. So we use the double equal sign to for the comparison operator. So that means 10 equal to 10. That means the answer is true. Of course, 10 equals to 10. But if I write 10 equal to 11, in that case, it will be false. Again, we have another relational or comparison operator that is called as the not equal to, and we put this not sign equal to. It means the two number on the either side are not equal. So if they are equal, in that case, the answer will be false. So for example, I write 10 not equal to 7. So of course it's true. So it should give us the answer as true. But if I say 10 not equal to 10, in that case, it will be false. Similarly, greater than or equal to. So is 50 greater than or equal to 50? So of course, one of the condition is meeting, that is it's equal to 50. So the answer will be true. And similarly, less than or equal to, right? So 40 is less than or equal to 50. So again, it is true because 40 is not equal to 50, but 40 is less than 50. So that means one of the condition is meeting. So the answer will be right, true. Okay, so let's do some numerical examples. Let's check marks, right? So for example, we have marks equal to 45. Okay, and we want to print, check, right? So print if marks are greater than or equal to 50, marks are greater than or equal to uh, 50. So you understand in many institutions, the passing marks are 50. So if it is greater than or equal to 50, then that student is passed, otherwise fail. So we check whether here the true means that he's successful and the false means that he is failed, in fact. So let's run the cell. You understand we are using the Jupyter notebook currently. So these are cells where we write our code, and then this is the run button, we run it. So understand that we are given marks. So marks are equal to 45. And then this is the comparison or relational operator. And you understand if the condition is satisfied, then we get the true, otherwise we get the false. So we are checking whether marks are greater than or equal to 50. So because marks are less than 50, so the answer we should get is false. So again, let's take the another example, that is the speed. So let's say speed is equal to say 72, and the speed limit is basically 60. Speed limit is uh, equal to 60. So we check print is speed less than or equal to limit, because it must be less than or equal to limit, so that you are not fined, you understand, otherwise you are fined for overspeeding. So let's check. So we see now the speed limit is not within the speed is not within the limits. Okay, so let's take another example and we compare the two numbers. So for example, we have A equals to say 10, and then we have B equals to, for example, 20, and we want to check whether they are equal. So print A is uh, equal to B. So you understand the answer will be uh, false, right? So this is the answer, which is false. Okay, so because we are now used to with the um, taking input from the keyboard. So let's take some input from the keyboard. Okay, so we write, for example, we talk about the forces. We want to compare the two forces, whether the two forces are equal. So you understand when the two forces are equal, then in that case, net force and acting on the opposite side, so the net force should be 0. But anyways, this is not physics, so we just take two forces and compare them. So if I want, or we want to take the input from the keyboard, then you understand we will use the input function, input. So enter value of force 1, okay? And so this is, again, you understand, because the input, whatever we give from the keyboard, this is basically taken by the Python as string. So we need to convert this string into some numerical value. So normally we use float. So I will use float. You're familiar with this function. So I'll write float. And what does float do? It will convert this string into some number. Okay, so let's take, because we want to compare two numbers, so I'll just copy and then I just write uh, 8 as F2, and I ask enter second force 2. And then we say, okay, are the two forces equal? Print Okay, F1, okay, let's say greater than or equal to F2. So let's run the code so you understand this is the, okay, so right, enter value of force 1. So say force 1 is 20 Newton, then force 2 is, for example, 25 Newton. So you understand the answer will be false, right? So hopefully you understand these operators conceptually. So we end the lecture here. Summary of the lecture 3 is we have learned about comparison operators. They are also called the relational operators, and this is how they are represented in the uh, Python. So you understand this symbol, and hopefully you understand all these symbols. So we use operators like this: greater one, small one, less than, right? Greater than, less than, equal to, you understand? So keep in mind that to compare the equal to, we need to write the double equal sign. Okay. We also learned these operators do not give numbers. Okay. They just give us the value either true or false as shown here. So this is very important because in the next lecture, we will use these true false values in the decision making, which is the lecture after this one, right? So this is lecture number 3. In the next lecture, we will talk about the logical operators, and after that, we will jump to the conditional operators. So hopefully you have the idea. Now it's your turn. Solve these in your next class. So these are the your homework problems. Okay, so these are your homework problems. So you should do them so that to grasp the clear idea. I will post these on GitHub also. So that's all from my side. Goodbye.